And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. Yesterday and yesterday alone, almost 5,000 new subscribers. So it's working. Hit subscribe, watch, comment, keep the comments coming, and share it with one friend, because the stupidity that we have to wake up and deal with on a daily basis, it's not stopping. Let me give you the best example. Yesterday, Trump held, yet again, another presser, this time with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and used the Oval Office as his background. Now, as expected, the presser seemed to be, more about Trump than our relationship with Italy. And I want to take a moment to honor, before I even get this started, I want to take a moment to honor the two people who were killed yesterday at FSU in that stupid, yet again, shooting that took place on the campus. Especially because I want to show you how our president reacted when asked about the shooting. Play the clip.
Everybody, and I've been briefed on the Florida State University, Tallahassee, active shooter. I guess it's an active shooter. Fully briefed as to where we are right now. It's a shame. Horrible that things like this take place, and we'll have more to say about it later.
Things like this take place. Thank you, Mr. President. Thanks for letting us all know that. And if it wasn't disrespectful enough, and I don't even understand how it even came up or why, Trump decides to speak about Jimmy Carter's death, whereby Jimmy Carter, in his estimation, died a happy man, but not for the reason that you would expect. Play the clip.
Worst administration in the history of our country. Worse than Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter died a happy man. You know why? Because he wasn't the worst president. Joe Biden was.
Holy shit. Seriously? No, seriously. It's almost like I'm so nauseated by that comment, I almost want to play it again. But if I did, this time I'd probably throw up. Let me show you one more absurd clip before we get into the real sum and substance of that presser, where literally Trump claimed that he didn't know what the Congo was. Play the clip.
All over the world, the Congo and Africa. Many people come from the Congo. I don't know what that is, but they came from the Congo. And all over the world they came in, opened their...
Doesn't know what it is. Great. If you don't know what something is, why talk about it? Now, let me go to the important content, whereby Trump speaks about how he wants to get rid of the Fed chair, Jerome Powell. This is the important stuff. This is the stuff that ultimately changes the country, that destroys our economy, that takes the dollar out of being the global basis for currency. Play the clip.
Mr. President, on Jerome Powell, you said that the termination of Jerome Powell cannot come fast enough. He says he won't leave, even if you ask him to. Do you believe you have...
If I ask him to, he'll be out of there. But
do you believe you have the power to remove him? And are you trying to do that?
I don't think he's doing the job. He's too late, always too late, a little slow, and I'm not happy with him. I let him know it, and... if I want him out, he'll be out of there real fast, believe me.
So, are you trying to remove him?
You don't like what he's doing. You think he's too slow. We know you want to lower interest rates. And from a selfish standpoint, I would like that to happen. But you actually don't seem to even understand that the Fed chair doesn't work for you, isn't appointed by you right now because he's still under his term. So since you don't like him and you believe that you'll be able to throw him out, do it. Let's see you do it. Because Jerome Powell's already said he's not leaving simply because you don't like him. And despite Powell saying the other day that he won't get political, Trump, of course, doesn't agree. Play the clip.
Really done a fast job. So prices haven't gone up. The only thing that's gone up actually is interest rates, because we have a Federal Reserve Chairman that is playing politics. Somebody that I've never been very fond of, actually. But he's playing politics. Interest rates should be down now. They should be coming down. In Europe, as you know, they reduced them, I guess 7 times. It looks like they're going to reduce them again and again and again. But our guy wants to play cute. But interest rates are pretty much even. Maybe they went up just a slight bit, but that's the only thing. But that's because of the Federal Reserve, because they're not very smart people.
Yeah, blame everyone. Blame everyone. Maybe it has to do with the tariffs. And maybe you still don't seem to understand that the American people aren't nearly as stupid as you think that they are. Trump goes on to say that tariffs are actually making us rich. No, really. This is what he said. Play the clip.
Your conversation with the Prime Minister that changed your mind potentially about tariffs and what you plan to do going forward?
No.
Is there anything the Prime Minister said to you that changed your perspective?
No, tariffs are making us rich. We were losing a lot of money under Biden, trillions of dollars, trillions on trade. And now that whole tide has turned. We're making a lot of money. We're taking in a lot of money. Don't forget, we're taking in 25% on cars, 25% on steel, 25% on aluminum, 10% baseline. We put penalties on China for sending us fentanyl. We put penalties on Mexico and Canada, 25% for allowing fentanyl and allowing the borders to be weak. No, we're taking in billions and billions of dollars while I sit.
And those billions and billions of dollars are coming out of our pockets, the consumer. However he wants to try to spin it, it is a lie. He further lies and says that the markets are getting better. Meanwhile, as of this recording, the stock market is now at 39,000. It is down yet again another 540 points. Play the clip.
You did say that you are confident these deals will be done, but you also said that you're in no rush. Americans are seeing prices rise. They're seeing it on their bills. How long can they expect that pain to last?
So they've already seen it get much better, because if you were truthful, which you're not, I know you very well, you have gasoline that hit $1.98 yesterday in a couple of states. You have gasoline's way down. The price of oil has dropped substantially.
Once again, he believes the American people are stupid. I mean, and then when you don't say what he wants you to say, when you are not on that Trump train of lies, he turns around and calls you dishonest. That, by the way, is a real problem when you have the President of the United States making the free press the enemy of the country. It's a real problem. Trump also, of course, goes on to brag, does very well, about the amount of countries that want to make deals with him regarding tariffs. Play the clip.
Very well with negotiations, I think, with all countries.
Do you have a timing?
And Scott could tell you a little bit, but we are doing very well. We have a lot of countries that want to make a deal. Frankly, they want to make deals more than I do. Go ahead, Scott.
Why don't you tell us which countries you're referring to? The one big country that so far we can't get an answer out of you or your people? What's going on with China, where 80% of the goods that are consumed by Americans are coming from China? And again, ultimately, the tariffs are borne by the consumer, by the American consumer. They have such a false understanding of what this tariff is all about, but he doesn't care. Double down, triple down, quadruple down. He doesn't care. Reporters then go on and ask Trump about Judge Boasberg's threat of holding him in contempt. Wait till you hear this response. Play the clip.
Are you trying to remove him, Mr. President?
Yeah, question?
Mr. President, yesterday Judge Boasberg, in a case against your administration, said the Constitution does not tolerate willful disobedience of judicial order. Do you agree with that statement?
Well, you're going to have to speak to the lawyers. We have great lawyers. I can tell you this, we're doing a fantastic job of getting criminals out of this country who Biden allowed into the country. Hundreds of thousands of criminals, murderers and drug dealers. And I was elected because of the fact, I would say maybe that was the number one factor, a lot of reasons, the economy, a lot of things. But one of the primary reasons I was elected is because I said, I'm going to get the criminals that he allowed. I'm going to get them out. And I got a lot of votes, record-setting numbers of votes. As you know, we won everything. The popular vote, all 7 swing states, we won everything. And that's what the public wanted, and that's what I'm doing. But you have to speak to the lawyers because it's up to them.
Delusional. You ask a very simple question about Judge Boasberg holding him in contempt, and you get a response which is nothing shy of braggadocious. Everything he's doing is great. It's the best. There's nobody that's ever done better on everything. Hundreds of thousands of illegals, of murderers, rapists, drug dealers, killers. They're all being deported. They're all being deported. Meanwhile, Trump goes on and claims that he's not even involved in the Kilmar Abrigo Garcia's return. He has nothing to do with it. Play the clip.
Mr. President, if we're holding you in contempt, will you take steps to return Kilmar Abrigo Garcia to the United States and put him in front of a judge?
Well, I'm not involved in it. I'm going to respond by saying you'll have to speak to the lawyers, the DOJ. I've heard many things about him, and we'll have to find out what the truth is.
You know, you've heard me say this before, but I think it's certainly worth repeating. These fucking idiots that are surrounding Trump, they're doing him no favor, no service. I remember the days when I was there. You know what I would say to him? On your behalf, wearing a Trump t-shirt, let me go to El Salvador. Let me meet with President Bukele. Let me meet with the warden. The same way that the Democratic representative went there, let me meet with Kilmar Abrigo Garcia. Let me go meet with them and let me bring him back. Let me take one of the U.S. airplanes and let me go bring him back. You will be hailed as a winner. You'll be hailed as a man who did the right thing, as a hero. Instead, like a fucking buffoon. You have nothing to do with it. Your administration sent this innocent guy, sent this man, deported him to El Salvador, to this internment camp, and now you have nothing to do with it. Speak to the lawyers. Remember when Trump was on Air Force One and they asked him about the Stormy Daniels payment? Oh, I don't know. You got to speak to Michael. He's my lawyer. Yeah, he's looking for a scapegoat. And lastly, Trump went back to, of course, berating the judges, saying that they can't take away his authority. Just can't take it away. Play the clip.
And they're on the loose. And I was elected to get rid of those criminals, to get them out of our country, or to put them away, but to get them out of our country. And I don't see how judges can take that authority away from a president. We've done an.
Yeah. Let me just begin by telling you to go back to 5th grade and learn about our tripartite system of justice, our tripartite system of government. That's the way it works. I'm not 100% sure what you're even talking about. We're not talking about the bad ones. We're talking about the ones who are inaccurately, by mistake, sir, sent off to this internment camp. But then again, that would mean that you would have to own up to making a mistake. And that we all know you can't do. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.